Well, welcome back to Crossroads. Cancer Services of Grant County and their head, Jennifer Lane-Riefler, is certainly no stranger to Crossroads, but in the middle of her very, very busy fundraising season, she's getting ready to embark on a journey that we just had to tell you about. And I'm just going to let you set the stage for us. You're doing a bike ride, and as a matter of fact, as you see the program, she's already started the journey. 1,100 miles to raise awareness for cancer patients. Where did this crazy idea come from?
Well, I've been riding a bike since I was a kid, and about 4 years ago I heard about Wandering Wheels in Upland and was in kind of a personal rut. So I decided I need to do this. I'd never ridden farther than 60 miles maybe, and so I decided to take that 400 miles on, and I called it my 400-mile ride with God, and it changed my life. And so I did it ever since. Well, this January, I didn't get to do the ride. It was always in January. I didn't get to do it because we were so busy at Cancer Services, and my priority is to make sure that everything's stable, so I really needed to stick around. And I call that a God thing because at this time every year I would go on my 400-mile ride. I'd stop and see my sister-in-law in Fort Lauderdale, spend the night with her as we went from Cocoa Beach to Key West, which is a really fun 400-mile ride. But anyway, long and short of it, she called me one night. I was at still work around 8 o'clock, and she called me. And I said, "Hey, how you doing?" And she said, "Not so good." And she started to tear up, and she explained to me that her cancer had come back and that she wasn't going to make it. And she was just like my baby sister. And immediately flew down there to see her and spent 5 days with her. And she was gone within a month after that. But she had ovarian cancer at 43. She passed. She was diagnosed at 40. And she had had all these symptoms, and when I was staying with her one night on my ride, she told me all these symptoms, and I told her it sounded like ovarian cancer, and she said she'd been to the doctor, and he nothing's wrong, and I said, this is what you need to get done, and so in long and short of it, that's what it was. Jen's passing really hit me, and I had to say goodbye to a piece of me, losing her. She was an adventurer, and she was fearless, and she took death on just like she took life on, and she was ready to go. But that helplessness that people feel when they lose somebody, I thought I need to do another ride, and I'd looked at this ride and thought, oh, I don't know, 1,100 miles, I don't know, can I do this? And last year's ride I did as a little fundraiser, but kind of just did it on a whim. And I decided when she died, this was it. I was going to do this ride, and I was going to do it in honor of her and all the other people that I've met over the years. And so I will carry thousands of people on my back as I ride. And I've been saying that Jen, her name was Jennifer Lane-Riefler, she's my ex-sister-in-law. I said, she will be the wind beneath my wings, and God will be the star above that leads me. And I'm going to talk to radio stations along the way, and our local stations will be calling me daily so that I can do some education, plant some seeds of wisdom when it comes to early detection, and so folks don't have to die from cancer anymore. And I just want to be a part of planting some seeds and raising some money for an organization that I obviously feel very passionate about. And just before I left the office, I had an individual that's, her husband's, literally in hospice right now and could be passing within the next few days, come in and write me a check for $1,000 for my ride, and just tear me down. And a client that came in herself who doesn't have anything, and she wanted to write me a check, and I said, no, pay $5 and walk in our walk and talk to people and give testimony of what this agency does, and that'll do it. So, we do wonderful things at Cancer Services of Grant County, and in the almost 14 years that I've been there, thousands of people have touched my life with their story and their challenges. As I wake up every morning on this ride, I guarantee you I will be in pain. No question. I will be aching, and if it's raining or snowing or the wind is 25 miles an hour, whatever it is, I will ride. But that's my choice. The cancer patients wake up daily, and they don't have a choice with the challenges that they face. Every day they wake up, they may be filled with anxiety or fear or sadness or pain or nausea, whatever it is that they may face, but that's not a choice for them. So as I ride, and with the aches and pains I may face, I will remind myself that it is a choice for me. So I ride in honor of all of them.
And we don't want to ignore all the other things that Cancer Services is doing as well. There's actually something happening while you're gone. Did you mention
Lots of things happening while I'm gone. So many people are doing little fundraisers for us as well. Our Walk of Hope is always the first Friday in May. and that will be downtown Marion. We're going to be starting at the lot right next to Old National, and it's an empty lot down there that actually Charles Street Credit Union owns. They are our corporate sponsor this year for the walk, so we'll be starting the walk there, and it's a little bit of a mile walk. We end up down at the First Friday celebration and enjoy the evening at there. $5 to walk, $15 for our custom t-shirts. Every year we have a new design, and people like getting those t-shirts every year. And then June 1st is our motorcycle ride, and that's always starting at Motter Park and go throughout the county on a scenic route and ends up downtown at the First Friday as well. And then June 30th is our golf scramble, and we've invited, Jim Brenner and Mike Rohrbach have actually come together and decided to help us out with this year and invited a slew of, let's just say, local celebrities to golf with the teams, and so we're looking forward to a fun golf scramble this year.
So it's a very important season for you.
Very busy, very important.
Very quickly, just in a couple of seconds, the route, 1,100 miles, starts Florida.
I start in Jacksonville, Florida, and it's going to be somewhere between 1050 and 1100 miles up to Cleveland, Ohio. So we'll dip our back wheels in the Atlantic Ocean and our front wheel in the Lake Erie when we arrive, and along the way, hopefully we'll stay out of lakes and ponds and such things. So it's just all about helping, and I think I have a passion for what this agency does for people, and they did good things long before I got there. So I'm going to do my part to make a difference.
And you will.
Well, like we said, Jennifer will already have taken off when you're seeing this episode, but if you would like to support her and the cancer services here in town, you can support her bike ride by calling 664-6815 or by logging on to their website, www.grantcountycancer.org.
Thanks, Jennifer, for
Thank you. Appreciate the
touching
opportunity.
so many lives in so many ways.
Good luck.
This organization's been a blessing to me.